This PowerPoint illustrates one way to invite your community to partner with your school to promote reading. This PowerPoint was a presentation by a group of teachers from the Sauk Rapids Rice School District in Minnesota, and they shared their PowerPoint with us about their project. This group of teachers were all pursuing their reading specialist degree through Bethel University. In April of 2013, they began planning a school community program with their principal's support. They wanted to encourage families to read together regardless of the age of the children. They wanted parents and guardians to understand the importance of modeling reading for and with their children. First, the teachers did some research and found important recommendations from top reading researchers. Take a minute to read the quotations. The teachers named the project One District, One Book. They did their planning along with a group called Read to Them, which is featured at readtothem.org. This resource provides books at a lower cost to schools and communities for this type of a project. The teachers created a plan of action with the following steps. The teachers first had to choose a high-quality piece of literature that they believed would appeal to all ages, children, older students, and parents and guardians. They then had to decide whether families would pay for the book or whether the school would supply the book for each family in the district. This is a smaller district, but it still would entail a lot of books. Next, they created a reading calendar so everyone would be reading the same pages and chapters on the same days, and planned to include the calendar with each book. They planned a kickoff event to build engagement. In addition, they wrote trivia questions for each day to keep families engaged. This slide shows the framework for their planning. They divided the general programming and specific programming needs among themselves to make planning the project more feasible. General programming needs included stakeholder support, sources for funds to make the program a reality, and they needed to purchase books through readtothem.org. Stakeholders are people who would care about this project, including school staff and employees, families, parent-teacher organizations, local businesses. It was more than just asking for money. It included encouraging all of them to participate. School employees to read to children, businesses being willing to hang posters in their stores, volunteers who would come to school to read to students who might not have support at home, and using the town theater for the kickoff. They needed to fund the project, and they looked at a variety of ways to do that. Ideas included getting discount books, sending a letter to ask for donations to businesses and families, deciding whether they would charge families for their book or whether it would be given to them, writing a grant, asking voting boards of businesses or organizations for contributions, selling T-shirts, and asking service organizations such as the Rotary for donations. As a result of the planning, the book Charlotte's Web was chosen, and they moved on to promoting the program. They placed posters around town, they did other advertising, and they had a float in the community parade. They received enough monetary support to provide a free book to each family. They had community people record an auditory version, and they put it on the school website so families could listen to the book. They had family nights at school to keep people engaged during the project. They sent home newsletters with the students, created bookmarks to pass out, and enlisted their English learning teachers who could support families that were learning English. This slide, titled What We Are Hearing, reflects on some families' reactions to the program. Take a minute and read their comments. This final slide gives you the contact information for the Read to Them website founder, the school district, and the teachers involved. They would be thrilled to give you more information about their project. They would want you to know that the work they did paid off in a very rewarding experience, and they hope to do this project every year with a new book. Once the procedures are in place, the following years become easier to do. In addition, if you are in a very large district, you might want to do the project with just your school and your local community.